how would you explain what release is?
For people who attend a retreat to deal with the daily stresses of life. And I like using and get to the root of their problem. I actually kind of change it to and face their problem. I guess kind of the same thing, but that's what it's about.
Yeah. Why did you write it?
I wrote it because as a means of, like, when people look at it, I want it to inspire them to be able to go within themselves to be able to experience that freedom. And I guess that's my thing with, like, I always say, like with the book that I wrote, it goes deeper than a muscle. And it's like getting to the root of the problem to really experience that freedom. And the reason why I say, because sometimes it's like certain things that's holding us back or causing us not to be able to really like just flow. Yeah. So I feel like getting to the root of it, then you can experience freedom. So that was my whole thought process, and that's what I want people to do. I want them to just be able to look at it and say, And obviously it's so many different stories that could be told, and it's just a few in the movie, but I still want them to be able to look at it. And everybody, I feel like anybody who look at it will be able to get something from it, will be able to pull something, will be able to see themselves, and be able to look within and be like, like maybe it's something I need to deal with, because it's like the main character is actually going through so many different things, and it's almost like I feel like she's trying to run away from it, so to speak. Like she don't want to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But it's like with her not wanting to deal with it, it keeps coming. Mm-hmm. So it's one thing if you can really move forward and not let it affect you. But when it's something that's affecting you so much, it's like you got to get to the root of it, because you can't experience freedom. So because no matter how much you try to run away from it, it's always there. So it's like, let's deal with it. Yeah. Let's get to the root of the problem so you can really truly experience freedom. Now you can feel like, you're not having nothing that's just like weighing you down. It's like, now I'm free.
Man, that reminds me of this book I read, and I can't find the author or title of it. The author since passed on, but this guy, European guy. But anyway, a phenomenal book. And it's a part in the book where he's talking about just what you're saying. It's like the only way to move forward freely in life is to deal with the hindrances and the pain points and this and that. So he used this example of like, it's like you're walking down it's like you're getting dressed, and all of a sudden a nail pokes you in the side, but you're in a rush, so you have to get to where you're going, so you leave the nail in and try to avoid touching it. But everything you do, you go to the car, seatbelt, everything is knocking into the nail. It's just every time it's like a reaction. And then he's like, well, what the guy does, instead of pulling the nail out and allowing the process of healing to take place, he builds a construction, like a construct around it, so that nothing touches it. So even if you got close to the nail, you hit this construct and it don't affect the position of the nail and the pain. However, you've now made it more of an inconvenience to navigate through life freely, because now everywhere you go, you have to have in mind to accommodate this mechanism you built. You can avoid all that and just remove the nail. Deal with it is what you're saying, and allow the process of life and healing to take place, and then there you go, you're free.
And that's what I want